I would like to say I'm late because of Dan. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make that clear. Good morning, everybody. Brandon, welcome to the community. Welcome, welcome. This is your Discord invite. So click this link and then follow the steps in Discord. Alrighty. So click that link, follow the instructions in the Getting Started channel, and then watch the onboarding video. I've been covering for you. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, SDOT. I don't know how they keep doing it, but they're doing it every day. So, good morning. Okay, there we go. Good morning. I know CWD. Yeah, it looks good. SDOT is retesting the highs from yesterday and this morning. So like right below $90. Right? Again, from less than $5 last Friday, a week later, we're pushing for $90. Pretty impressive. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. Essentially Friday, because the markets are closed tomorrow. I don't know what you guys are gonna do with yourselves, but today is Friday. Friday. But yeah. Anyways, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Yeah. Good morning. It's under review in Discord. Your membership is under review. Oh. It should be good to go now. Why did you? Anyways, there goes SDOT. Yeah. So just just follow the steps and connect your YouTube to Discord, please. Ready? Is anybody still holding SDOT, guys? Anybody still holding SDOT? Anybody? Tomorrow is meme coin day. Yeah. Tomorrow is crypto day. You're camping? Sounds fun. Yeah, sounds fun. Something that Dan doesn't know about, Ronaldo's playing today? Yes. Yes. I know, Raven. Isn't that crazy? Crazy. CWD has been a really good stock this morning. Really good stock. Really good stock. Like, I mean, really good. It almost seems like we say this every day now, huh? Right? Really good stock. Like, really good. Like, beyond good. Like, really good. If you made some money this morning on CWD, type yes in the chat, as the markets are about to open, and then we can get going here. So, but really good, really good. So congratulations if you played with this one. A lot of people made the daily goal already in this stock this morning. So let's see what happens here at the open already. So um, probably going to be the main focus for now at the open, CWD. Alrighty, so there is a little bit of resistance at 150. If we can break 150, then you're looking for closer to 165. Alrighty, so 150 is the resistance here at the open. So let's see if we can break through that level. Alrighty. So like I said, this one's most likely going to be the main focus for now, and then we'll go from there. CWD. Right, SDOT again. We can look at SDOT. We will look at SDOT, but SDOT is just a beast. Right, that thing just said, "Hey, 31 months, isn't that crazy, Gail? Look at this, guys. Look at SDOT. Wow, guys. It's halted at $98. SDOT already. $98, guys. So CWD is not breaking and holding that 150 yet, so that's okay. Let it sell off, let it consolidate, let it do whatever it wants to do. This one looked interesting for a second, but it didn't really do what I wanted to see it do. Right? CLRO, still holding that 340 support. DSY, nothing. USDE, nothing yet. PPCB with a really nice pop here, testing a double top though at $2.40, 250. So we'll keep an eye on this one. Alrighty. So again, some of these other names they're just dipping because they've gapped up. So just give them time, right? So CWD said nope, we're gonna hold down. Why? Because we had this resistance here at the open, right? So this $1.50 is a problem. Alrighty. Your next retest of support is closer to $1.30 here. So let's see if we can hold that. But for now, again, just let it dip. It's the market open, right? So yeah. So again, a bit of a double top on PPCB here, guys. These candles are very common. Just usual crazy volatility candles. Um, yeah, BIYA with a bit of a pop. Yeah. Yes, yes. Hood what? Trash. Conviction virus. Conviction, that's what that is. Again, type yes in the chat if you're still holding S dot. Type yes if you're still holding S dot. What a gem, guys. What an absolute gem. Okay. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. 88 to 97. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. Gem seems to run every day now, honestly. Yeah. Every day Gem is doing something. No, 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 no. PPCB still playing games here. Yeah. Search isn't really doing much. I know I've seen you guys mention that. It's not really doing much for now. It's just doing the usual open, and BIYA is pushing here a little bit, but nothing crazy, with resistance at 70 cents there. So it's not really going anywhere yet. A lot of these names, guys, just need a little bit of time. CLRO with a nice little bounce here. It held that support, so that's good. It's actually halted up, which is interesting, right? It's not that big of a pop, but it's halted up. So your resistance is 420 on CLRO. Yeah, it's halted down. So let's see if we can stay above $1.30. Cool. BIYA got rejected off that resistance, and then obviously SDOT is we're just waiting here. Yeah. The usual. How long is it halted for? Usual, right? 5 minutes. Yeah, usual. USDE with a nice little bounce. So is DSY. These names are similar to me, because they both ran last night. USDE virus for Palantir. I'll take a look. I know everything is halting, everything is pumping, crashing. Yeah. Um, while we're waiting for those names, let me take a look at Palantir really quickly here. Yeah, that's some crazy candles. This thing was literally just almost at $100 virus. Sheesh. And you do have a lot of resistance here, virus, so be careful, please. Alrighty, this is the third time this morning it's testing like 130, 160. So you recovered a lot of those monies, virus. You bought every dip, so you better think about taking some monies off the table. Yeah, Frank. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. So CWD is still halted here, and SDOT is also still halted. So just waiting for the on halts. Yeah, Palantir is nice. That's a really nice comeback. It's a very nice comeback. Okay, we're ready. We're ready. Give us the on halts. Unless they decide to do 10 minutes. And there we go. So unhalted again, a little bit of support at a $1.30 here, guys, for CWD. So let's see if we can hold that area, and then give us a bounce. They're like, nope, not yet. $1.30. What are we gonna do here? So yeah, we have $1.30, and if that level doesn't hold, then that that potentially unlocks room between $1.20 and $1.10. So for now, they're trying to hold that 130 area for CWD here. SDOT is still halted at $98. You can still see a lot of selling coming in on these candles for CWD. So sometimes, like, if you're willing to take a risk, okay, maybe fine, right, off 130. But sometimes it's best to let it sit there for a little bit and actually look like it's consolidating. Because if that selling keeps coming, then obviously we could break down. So, but it again, $1.30 is support, right? So $1.30 is support for now. The question is, will they protect that level? Will they protect that level for CWD? Cool. So the longer it sits there, the better. You'll break even at 161. So you're thinking about selling it. I like SpaceX long term. I think you'll be fine. But the plan for you was to get back to break even and get rid of it. So maybe just stick to the plan. Right? That was the plan you mentioned yesterday, right? So because if you don't do that, you might regret it if it goes back down. So yeah, your calls expired today. Oh Lord, then what's the question for? If your calls expired today, you like, if you're break even, you get rid of it. Get rid of the damn thing. Yeah, I forgot you had options. Yeah, how the hell did you buy options yesterday for SpaceX that expired today? EK, come on now. If it's a smaller loss, take the loss. If it's a small loss, take the loss. Alrighty. If it's a small loss, take the loss. It's Friday. If that thing doesn't behave the way you want it to today, you're in the most dangerous position for options. Right? Day of expiration. And if the stock isn't behaving, your options get cooked very quickly. So I thought you had more time than just a day. So Palantir broke out. Damn. Palantir said today's the day. Today's the day. Because she doesn't come into the options cooking lab. I know, virus. Exactly. So that's what I meant, right? Like, if we break below $1.30, guys, we unlock room all the way down here for CWD. Right? That's the problem with this one. It's they unlock all of this room all the way down there, and it's halted down now. Yeah, I just looked, virus. Yeah, it broke above that pre-market high. Pre-market double top. So CWD is halted, guys. Halted down again, right? So this is why, sometimes, like, if you're willing to take the risk, okay, cool. But, like, the best thing to do for a stock is sometimes just let it consolidate for a second, right? Give it that double bottom, give it the higher low, and then make a decision. If not, still a lot of selling on that thing. Yeah. Hey, Kate, you were playing with options and you didn't go to the options channel in Discord. Come on now. Yeah. Yeah, let's see if it actually happens, Winterfell. Oh, there it is. There it is, guys. SDOT is gone. Damn. SDOT is $105 now, guys. Wow. 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 105, 106 basically, and then slap. They said, okay, you guys wanted $100. We gave you $100. Now let's go back down. I think it's just gonna get a little volatile here though, because that thing's already back to 97. Ish. It's halted down. CWD is halted down, Elvis. Right? You can't even get into this thing if you wanted to. So, but now watch this $10 area here. See if we can hold it. Cool. LIMN. Yeah. Nice push. 19 cents. Is waiting for review, Brandon. Let me take a look. You're good to go now, Brandon. You're good to go. Just follow the steps and connect. Yeah. Yeah, Zach. When it's this early, honestly, you always want to be really patient with these names, right? It basically just went up to the 200 EMA and got rejected. So it's almost doing the same thing that DSY is doing. So yeah, at the open like this, you want to be very careful. BIYA is pushing back for 65, 70 cents again. So see if it breaks out this time. CETX. This name looked interesting early this morning, but this is really what we wanted to see. So when I say going sideways, guys, for CETX, something like this. Like, look at that. You see the difference? Like up here, we still have a lot of volatility, right? Versus down here, it's like, oh, okay, you know what? It's a lot smaller. The candles are a lot smaller, and then you get a nice pop. So when I said that about CETX this morning in Discord, that's what I'm looking for. I just want to see the damn thing go sideways, right? Find a base, consolidate a little bit, and then the pop comes through, right? For CETX, right? So that thing went from from 325 all the way back up to above $4. That was a nice pop, right? But sometimes, like when you're looking to buy something, honestly, like the safest thing to do is just be patient and wait for that consolidation. Looks like PPCB is holding the golden pocket and pushing back up. PPCB and SDOT is just going back and forth here. This last candle just went back to $103 and then back to 93. So the volatility is super high now. Right? Like these last three candles have all gone above $100 and back below $100. Yeah. There's no better place to gamble some 0DTE puts than here on SPY. SPY. Ooh, that looks nice. It's a nice gap up on SPY. I like that. I like that. I like it. And SDOT is halted down again, guys. $89. Yeah. And then let's see what happens here with the on halt for CWD. Virus just wants chaos. Yep. Yeah, Sean. Yeah. $100 and then halted down. Oh yeah. Yes. So yeah, CWD is unhalted now, right? So this level is going to act as a bit of a base there. So let's see if we can stay above that level. Alrighty. To SIDU. Are you gonna do the puts, Virus? Interesting. Okay. Good morning, Benny. Good morning. So it looks like they're trying to protect this level for now for CWD. They are trying to. Rejected right below 20 cents for LIMN. This one's halted down, it looks like. Not a whole lot of volume on it, though, so be careful. BI can't seem to break out. CETX came back for a retest of 335. PPCB getting rejected at the top. Palantir stalling a little bit at 133. USDE, nothing. DSY looks a bit interesting, though, so I'd keep an eye on this one. DSY definitely looks better than USDE, so but that thing also has work to do. So a lot of these names, guys, just it's really early on a day right before the holiday. Yeah, Wheeler had some news there. Yeah. So you're seeing a lot of like low volume pops here today, which honestly isn't really surprising. So we just need something to give us some proper levels and cook at least one stock to cook today, so we can enjoy the long weekend. Well. Right. So again, they're protecting this level here for CWD for now. It would be nice to get some higher lows on it, or like a double bottom or something. That would be nice. Yeah. One more time, we missed it. Yeah. Yeah. No, LIMN doesn't look that bad. Not bad at all. This one's unhalted and halted down again. It just doesn't have volume, right? So Ali, hopefully you're not in that thing. CWD though, finally trying to curl here, but again, like I said, we need we need a retest of that level or just a higher low. So market open, guys. Right? You look at this, the market just opened. It was at resistance when the market opened and then slapped. Right? So it tried a little bit to hold that previous bottom there, but there's no consolidation there. Just massive red candles. So just not a whole lot to do there. Alrighty. So like I said, we've barely been open for 20 minutes. So there's really no rush to be jumping into things, especially when you know that most of these runs come later in the day. Well, most of the time when stocks actually consolidate. So yeah, let's see if we can hold this support area and then reclaim $1.30. 51 seconds of work and $277 in TL. What a good way to go on holiday for today. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, P and okay, profit on SDOT. Let's go. Look at that. Congratulations. I'm glad you sold the damn thing too, Lucas. Alrighty. Yeah, this was nice. This was very nice. You definitely took a leap of faith. And I'm glad you sold the damn thing too, though. So congratulations. Well done. I like that. I like it. Yeah, no, SDOT has been such a gem of a stock. Right? I don't know how many times SDOT has been number one on the stream title for since last Friday. But this stock has been cooking. Cooking. So congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, let's see what happens when it on halts now. Maybe it's done, maybe not. But I think everybody kind of had $100 in mind. Uh, okay. Yeah, no, that's amazing. Amazing. Very awesome. After we watched the World Cup, yeah. CCTG has been doing okay, so maybe that's the one they want to let run here. I still like PPCB, even though it hasn't really broken out yet. LIMN still looks good to me, right? So just needs to break that 1950 and then 20 cents. Like I said, DSY, like I said, keep an eye on this one, especially if it can break above 460. Alrighty, that doesn't look too bad. USDE is trying to consolidate a little bit, but CCTG Seems to be cooking there, cooking and halted. These candles still look a bit suspicious to me, though, guys. Like, it's one thing to slowly curl, but it's another thing when you have like two fat random candles and halt it up, right? It's like, okay, that's cool, that's nice, that's very nice, you know. It's like two fat green candles, oh, halt it up. CWD is just chilling here now, just chilling. Can't seem to get back above the $1.30 we needed to get back above. So maybe just a retest of the bottom. SRFM. Velo's cooking a bit, Tim. Let it cook. Let it cook. That was a crazy game. Yeah. And there were some interesting games yesterday. Senegal should have never lost that game. Belgium is absolute. That team is rubbish. The coach is even worse. Okay, CW. So, are we gonna get a double bottom here, or what are we gonna do? Just keep playing games? PPCB slowly creeping up. Yes, slowly. But not enough volume. Not enough volume. This one's unhalted, by the way. You know what's crazy is like this thing is halted 3 times already, but it's still in the same range. Interesting. Who's gonna break out first? It's gonna be between LIMN, CWD, and PPCB. Right? Who's gonna break out first? Oh, LIMN is like, I'm gonna break out first. I want to break out. Who's gonna go boomskis first? PPCB says no. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. Nice little pop there, but still below that $2.30 resistance there. And then here comes 20 cents for LIMN. 1970. There we go, 1990. 20 cents. SDOT is unhalted, by the way. So if you took those profits above $100, congratulations, because that thing's all the way back down to where we basically started the day. So back into the 80s. Oof, 77. Damn. I guess everybody really just wanted, everybody really just wanted $100. They're like, you know what, guys, this was $2, $5 to $100. It's a holiday. Get me out. Get me the hell out. So hopefully no one's holding a bag in that thing. Yeah, it is a bit slow today, isn't it? Again, it's the last day before holiday, guys, before a long weekend. It tends to be like this. But it's also really early, so what's your position in BIYA? CETX is holding that same 325 support, so double bottom of 325 for CETX. So at least it's doing something a little bit productive there. CWD just wants to go sideways here for some reason. We just want to chill here, I guess. Yeah, Zach. Yeah, we just want to chill here for now. And CCTG unhalted, and it looks like it's halted down now. No, it's not halted. It's still trading. Yeah, the longer we sit in this area, the better it is, honestly, for CWD, right? So just go sideways. Don't mind. I don't mind at all, right? So I do not mind. I just hope the volume can come in at some point, though. So don't want to take the risk on that. Yeah, there you go, Joey. Joe? Yeah. There you go. Right. So again, the longer we hold this area and just go sideways, the better it is, right? Because you can actually see that it's finding a base. The longer we consolidate. So it looks like LIMN got rejected right below 20 cents. Surprise, surprise. This is gonna be like that stock from yesterday. You guys remember that stock from yesterday? What was the ticker symbol again? LHAI. That thing pisses us off all day. Did you guys see the price action on that stock? Did you guys see that? We liked the stock. We waited all day, and then eventually it worked out. But damn, damn. That damn thing took all day. And then at the end of the day, it did what it was supposed to do in the morning. Like it just exploded. Right? Yeah, it went crazy. Exactly. Yeah, we need to come up with like some words, Dan. But damn, yeah, like that thing sat there all day, but it was a really good scalp though. It was a really good scalp. So here comes 20 cents again, guys. LIMN. And yeah. So you can tell why we liked it a lot though, right? Because it never broke down. There's a difference. Yeah, exactly, Tang. Exactly. I saw some people saying, "Oh, next time I'm not gonna sell anything again because it's gonna go." No, that's not how that works, right? So that's not how that works. Right? The difference between the stuff you hold versus what happened yesterday, there's a huge difference, right? You can see the rocket. We obviously like the stock a lot, but look at the difference, guys, right? So the difference here is this thing never really broke down. It never broke down. It kept fighting for the top and kept pushing for the top and creating higher lows. Even when it's crashing, it's still creating a higher low, right? So and then eventually, it just said, you know what? I've been doing this all day. Why not just go? Why not just explode right now? Right? There's a huge difference. So you don't want to be holding stocks all day that are clearly looking weak, right? Or breaking below the bottoms, right? So there's a huge difference. So just always remember that. Alrighty, please and thank you. I mean, even today it doesn't look horrible. Even though it's not really a trade today, it still doesn't look horrible. And there goes LIMN with the 20-cent breakout. Yeah. I gave up at $1.52 for a small profit. Went to a doctor's appointment, and I was pissed when you returned, Carol. I know. Yup. Yup. Definitely frustrating. I wish it worked out. Wish it worked out earlier than it did. CWD is just kind of chilling here. We do need to get back above $1.30, guys. It's a really start looking good again. We like the stock, but it's not really doing much. The volume really isn't there. So it needs to reclaim $1.30 here or come all the way back down to the bottom of the range. Alrighty. Back to the bottom of the range. So SDOT came all the way down into like at to $70 and then back to 77. Damn. Some very volatile candles. Very volatile candles. CWD, guys, like I said, let it come back down, or it needs to reclaim $1.30. Right? So this is basically what we did with the other one yesterday, right? It's like, hey, we need to get back above $1.50, or we need to come back down. Right? So we're just gonna play games. Just gonna play games. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Joey. Yeah, whenever you see me looking away, then you know. Then you know. Palantir healthy retest of $130. Yeah, I think if you bought that dip on Palantir, that was a nice dip to buy. Yeah, a very nice dip to buy. No, 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 no. Okay, this is what's going on today, guys? Is it just really early in the day? Like, what's going on? CETX, guys, is still doing a really good job of holding that double bottom, right? At 325, so we're back to 360 here. This thing's like, you guys should have believed in me. Well, no, right? So again, the difference here is we didn't consolidate earlier when we wanted it to, but it came down and found a new base at 325, and it's been holding 325 CETX. So seems like a scalpy for now. Up, down, up, down. Yeah. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay. CWD anything? No. So again, still below that 130, retesting the VWAP, and then you're looking for the 200 EMA here. Should have taken the 200 from in a pre-market. 200, you off 200 and you didn't take it. Okay, I see. Yeah. And there's the drop, right? So there is the drop. So again, you don't want to be taking too many chances right below 130 there in case it doesn't break out, right? The question is, can we stay above this area here? Right? Can we stay above that area? Or are we just going to play games here with low volume today? Yeah. Yeah, double bottoms, exactly. Right? At least we're holding it for now. Holding it for now. Holding it for now. Yeah. I like DSY. Yeah, I like DSY. You did? Let's go, Kirsten. Fine. Good. I like that. Good. Yeah, you followed virus into hell. That's what you did, Kirsten. Virus likes to go into hell to pick up those positions, and then he comes back out. Yeah, virus is like that Ronaldo commercial. You guys see that new Nike commercial with Ronaldo? Oh, wait, the building is on fire. Yeah. Anyways, and then everybody's crying like, "Oh my goodness, he's gone!" And then he comes out. That's virus. There goes 127, guys. So that double bottom is holding 128, 129. Okay. Okay. Can we just get the volume to go boom skis, guys? Like, can we just go? Can we just get the volume and just go boom skis? Like, what is this? Yeah, there you go, Trey. Good job. Yeah, absolutely. So again, we're doing everything we're supposed to do, but damn, like, can we just break out above $130 and just go? Right? Are we asking for too much here, or what the hell is going on? Right, so the bottom held the double bottom, which is what we're looking for. Double bottoms, higher lows, but we also need to get above $1.30. Telling you, this stock is behaving like that stupid stock from yesterday. Behaving the same. Okay. LHAI and then DSY, right? So DSY I like. I mentioned that 460 resistance earlier. So it still needs to break above this 460 if you're playing with it, guys. Alrighty, so you do have some resistance in that area. PPCB got rejected at the same top as well. Right? Different level, same top. $2.30 on PPCB. SDOT is back to $80. A little bit more volatile now. 116 is the double bottom. Yeah. Sarah, you put your stop loss at 116. 116 was the last low, right? It's literally the double bottom. So if you put your stop loss at 116, that's, there's a pretty good chance that they just come back for a retest. So even though the stock really isn't doing anything, we really need to get above $1.30. It's not really doing that. So that is the problem that it is having. It's a nice pop, isn't it, for SDOT? This thing's behaving like a... Be nicer. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. CWD. Unbelievable is all I have to say. Unbelievable, guys. Today is very slow. Very slow. Very slow. It's like all these little curlies, they're fine, but damn, come on, give us something better than this. Right? You're getting these nice little pops from the bottom, so that's not a bad thing, but seriously, like everything is bouncing from the bottom, but that's not what we need. We need boom skis, guys. We need boom skis. We need boom skis. Make it happen, Carl. Yeah, no, PPCB is holding really well. I like it, right? Just like DSY. They're both holding up really well. They're all just failing at resistance explore. Right? Nice little curls, multiple times now. Eventually something's gonna break out, that's for sure. Eventually something's gonna break out. On Sony, good job. Eventually something's gonna break out. Once I sell, it's gonna go boom skis. Come on, Lawrence, do us a favor. Surge with a bit of a pop. With the bits of a pop. You know what's funny, guys? CWD almost has the same float as LHAI from yesterday, like identical. Identical. LIMN, yeah, same thing. Fail that resistance. If everything just keeps going sideways like this, CETX is just gonna say, you know what? Let me take over, please. Let me just take over. And then PPCB is like, you know what, guys? Maybe I do want to go. Right? So there are so many names that we like. So many names that we like. We just need them to actually break out rather than just go back and forth. Yeah. Tang? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? PPCB wants it though. Look at that. PPCB is like, hey, you know what? If nothing's gonna go, maybe I just go. Maybe I just go. Maybe I just go. See if this candle can actually hold above $2.30 though. Miller? Yeah, exactly. Hmm. Okay. Ahmad, do you have a question for SURG? Do you have a question or no? So that thing got rejected again at $2.30, guys. So none of these candles are actually closing above what they need to close above. So not really closing again. CWD, guys, is doing the exact same stupid thing we did yesterday with the other stock. Second. Right. The good thing is that it's holding, right? And like I've said, as long as it doesn't break down, like that's fine. It's gonna be a test of your patience again if it doesn't break down. Mm. Yeah. See, so DSY is getting rejected at resistance. PPCB got rejected at resistance. CETX kind of getting rejected at resistance. USDE maybe coming back up a little bit. USDE trying to, but damn, today is gonna be a snail day. Kezion, maybe. Sounds good, Wonder Boy. See you on Monday. Holding your small green. Yeah, good, 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 good. Have a wonderful weekend, Wonder Boy. Alrighty. See you next week. See you on Monday. La, 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 la. Oh, on PPCB, you lost a few thousand on PPCB, so yeah. For holiday gifts, like during the big like Christmas time, so during Christmas, what usually happens is like people wake up early, right? Like the markets are hot because people need monies for Christmas, right? Like pre-market is nice, market open nice, right? But as soon as we get to lunchtime, oof, before we even get to lunchtime, long before lunchtime, dead. Everybody's gone shopping, right? Gone shopping. So that's the difference. ILLR. PPCB isn't going away though. At least that's a good thing. Bird, it might have been. It might have been. End of the week. It's had a week long rally. From $5 to $100. Pretty nice run. Last night, Brandon. I live in Florida, and it's getting hot. Oh Lord, yeah. Replacing an AC is like one of those really annoying things, Super super annoying. Yeah. Super super annoying. So you need a boom ski. See, as soon as you said AC, this stock said, "Oh, Brandon, let me give you a pop. Come on, do it for Brandon. AC for Brandon, guys. Boom skis for Brandon." Again, the good thing is that you can see that it's finally found a bottom, guys. So it's really important to wait for consolidation, especially at the open. Um, And at least even if you got in like at this level, like you have a chance to make money, right? You see that, right? So again, if you get in closer to the bottom there, you have a shot to make money, right? And here we go with a little pop. Wow, CWD says I have sympathy for Brandon, guys. Sympathy for Brandon. He needs an AC. There we go. There we go. Yeah. 134. Finally, guys. Finally. So the question is, are we just gonna keep doing the same thing, or can we actually just push? You know, can we push? Yeah, boom skis. Give us a nice run. Give us a nice run. For some reason, we're stuck at 135. Why? Because Sandra and Miss Tony and Kirsten are selling again. Good thing Tiffany's enjoying the summer, you know? Otherwise, the stock would be at zero. Criminals. From that candle? Good, 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 good. Yeah. Yes, yes. Yeah, for some reason, we're having a hard time at 135. Mm, let's go. Can we get a breakout? Are we asking for too much here? Come on now. You sold it, Ali? Of course. It's always the hundreds women, you know? It's always them. It's always them. Actually, Shane might as well become. Anyways, it's always the hundreds women. Always. Always trying to ruin nice things. You know, here we go, 135 again. Don't worry, here comes another hot trades lady about to sell it at 135. You know, nice things. Yeah. Yes. Raven, I like it. I like it a lot. So again, the bottoms were nice, super, super slow, but at least we're moving up. At least we're making positive strides, you know? But again, if you're taking your profits, guys, no one's gonna complain. Well, we're gonna complain a little bit, but now who sold this? You know why Raven saying I love the hot trades women? Because he sold it as well. Yeah. He sold it. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Exactly, Razor. Exactly, exactly. No complaints at all. No complaints. Yeah, no. If you're taking your profits, guys, you waited for the double bottom, the demand zone, you know, and then it popped a little bit, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna take my $100, my 200, you know, enjoy my long weekend. No one's complaining, righty? Do we want boomskis though? Hell yeah, we could use some boomskis. We could use some boomskis. But again, hopefully, when I say like, I want to see something go sideways, guys, I want to see consolidation, I want to see double bottoms, right? We're not just making this stuff up, right? We're not just saying, hey, okay, you know what I mean? So we've said this so many times, right? Over the last week, month or so, when a stock is on a downtrend, guys, what do we want to see? We want to see double bottoms. We want to see consolidation. We want to see the selling pressure slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? Right? Does that make sense when I say stuff like that? Especially when you look at this example, does that make sense? Yes or no? Yes or no? So sometimes you feel like, oh my gosh, I need to buy now. It was going up without me. Now I need to get in. It's dipping to my level. Like we knew we like this level, right? We knew we like this range, but it doesn't mean we just go ahead and say, oh, okay, now that it's at the range, let me just go ahead and jump in, right? Sometimes just a little bit of patience, let it go sideways, and then the monies can come in, right? So there goes 137. Yeah. 137, it's super slow. That thing really does move like the stock from yesterday. It really moves slow. I never thought 8 million shares could make a stock move this slow, you know? But apparently the 8 million shares is the size of Dan's toe. because that thing cannot move. That thing cannot move. Snail. What's my opinion on search, Jason? What's your position in search? Alrighty, help me out with those questions. What's your position? Super slow. And again, the slower it is, the more people just take profits, right? The slower it is, the more people take profits. Like people like to be to be blinded by the candles, like the explosiveness, and they're like, oh, it's pumping, I'm not gonna sell it, right? But when it's moving super slow like that, it usually gives people time to say, let me think about this. Good consolidation. Wondering. No, 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 no. Yeah, Kristen. Yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah. I gotta see this toe. Dan posted a picture once. Dan posted a picture once of his toe. I think he's already gone for breakfast. Because this is Dan's normal routine. Show up in the morning and then go for breakfast. You know? Yeah. Show up and then go for breakfast. See, CETX is popping again here. 370. It's not bad. 10 shares, 150. Good job. So far you're not liking it. For Gem, I'll take a look in a second. I'll take a look. So we're still sitting at 130 here, guys. So mostly just a retest of the $1.30 breakout. So that's fine. That is completely okay. USDE still looks okay. DSY just up and down. And then let me take a look at Gem. SDOT is getting slapped again, guys. It's halted down. So, but I think that stock has been really beautiful. So you got into Achieve. Come to the front. Come. You do realize it's a long weekend, right? Okay. Yes. Also, this stock has been a beast, a monster. This stock has exploded all week. Right? At the end of the week, what happens to names that have been pumping all week? Okay. Come to the front, right? The worst thing is you bought the stock at $4, and so far it's not looking great. What do you mean so far? What do you mean so far? When did you buy the stock? When? When did you buy this thing? Right? So like Gem was at $4 this morning, right? Coming into the open, and then it just started dropping, and it's been dropping ever since. So I know you didn't have a plan. You bought it yesterday? See, that's what I mean though. Like you bought this thing yesterday, right? This morning Gem was at $4.65, right? And even like yesterday, this thing ran all the way up to $5.50. Sometimes people say they lose money, but really it's just the way you're managing the position. Achieve, right? It's just the way you're managing it, right? So you bought the stock yesterday, right? Yesterday it went up to 550. No actions taken, right? Nothing. This morning, Gem went all the way back up to $4.50. Still green on the position. No actions taken, right? And then we came all the way down. Like we look bad. We look really bad. All the way to $3. And now you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. It kept coming down, right? $3. I'm in trouble. I bought at $4. Is that I don't have a stop loss, in trouble. And then the stock goes all the way back up to $4. No actions taken. And then we crash all the way to 260. Right. So what are my thoughts on this? I don't know. Like now you have to just think of where you want to put a stop loss because it looks pretty trash. Right. So like you have to manage positions. You know what I mean? So the stock gave you multiple opportunities to make money, to sell break even, to take a small loss. Right? Yeah. Now it's down 22% because it's the long weekend. Everybody's been cooking this thing. They want to leave for the long weekend. Nobody wants to hold this. The one good thing is that this stock has had some pretty crazy runs from the bottom. Like it looks dead, and then all of a sudden it's like, nope, we're back to $10. So that's the only thing you have going for you. But still, though, like you know, if you buy something at $4, like where's the stop loss? You want to make sure you get used to that, please. And CWD again, the snail of the day. Yeah. Evan, that's another question, right? So again, especially on a name like that, Gem, that's been super crazy. You're asking for trouble holding overnight. Yeah. Independence Day. Oh, TradingView is doing a sale. Oh, nice. Very nice. Oh, annually. If you pay annually, yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think it just Rob, when you go to the site, it just gives you the discount. So so for those of you guys that are looking for TradingView memberships, right? So if you're looking for those of you that have been wanting to sign up for TradingView, TradingView is doing a sale, 80% off sale already. So there's a chance to sign up already. If you're looking for a link, that's a link at the bottom of the chat. So TradingView, 80% off. So yeah. So yeah, click that link at the bottom of the chat if you don't have TradingView. Make it a small loss. Exactly, Tim. Exactly. Exactly. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. It extends your exactly. Yeah, if you already have it, it just extends your subscription. Yeah, it just extends you. Yeah, I always do that. Um, always do that. Not sure when mine expires actually. Uh, yeah, look at that slap, guys, on CWD. Look at that. Oh, never mind. Yeah, so look at that slap. Brought it all the way back down to the bottom of the range. Why? Because why not? Right? Because why not? Telling you, this stock is behaving like exactly the same like the other one from yesterday. Well, too much stalling at the top. That's what happens. Yeah, Dylan, there you go. Yeah. Telling you, all these stocks are just failing at resistance today. Look at CETX, right? Same thing, all the way back to the bottom, right? PPCB fail at the top, all the way back down to the bottom. So it's not that like you don't have opportunities. The opportunities are just going up and then back down. So come on now. Winter probably getting slapped because of the no probably because of Winterfell. He's spamming news somewhere. Oh, and Virus. Virus said, "Oh, if you're gonna buy puts for 0 DTE, now's the time to do it." So if you're gonna buy puts, now's the time to do it, he said. And okay. Yeah. Again, the good thing is it's not breaking down, right? So if you sold at the top, you just had an opportunity to get back in, right? And then so sometimes honestly taking your profits at resistance is way better because now let's say you sold that position up there and then you got back in, right? Now your average is no longer that average. Your average is way lower, technically, because of the gains. And so you're in a better position. But uh I'm La, 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 la. Okay, you're unable to work and trade at the same time. That's okay, Kezion. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you later. Alrighty? Yeah, see you later. Drew says last Saturday's class, losing on your terms. I've only had green days, small green, but win percentage is way up. Thanks, hot trades, and happy fourth to all. Let's go, Jules. Give me a high five. Well done. I like that. Yeah, SURG is looking good still. So for those of you that were spamming that, yeah. So again, if you haven't watched the class, guys, watch it. It's the long weekend. You have a lot of time to watch those classes. Lots of time. 1 minute, eyes. Code. Yeah, the 1 minute. It was at 117, off by 1 cent, Joey. Oh my goodness, really? Ah, yeah. Damn, I was so close. I was very, very close. Dangerously close. Hmm. Craziness. Glad to have made my lunch money for the week. Good job, Jason. Well done. Yeah. Well done. I like it. Mm, 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 mm. Forever. La, 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 la. For your birthday, Kazion. Yeah. Now tell my wife to do that. Your wife is gonna say, "How about you buy me something, Raven, first? That costs 10 times more, and then you know, yeah, yeah. I think everybody just said, you know what, we wanted $100 for SDOT, we got it. Let's move on, right? It's a pretty good run. It's a really good run on SDOT. So I don't think anybody can really do, 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 do. Yeah. So again, mm, upload. Do, do, do. Mm, 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 mm. Uh, as long as we keep holding the bottom of the range, as long as we keep holding the bottom of the range, the 200 EMA, really important that we stay above that. So if you're still in this position, it looks okay, CWD, just make sure you have a stop loss, please. Make sure you have a stop loss. Alrighty, make sure you have a stop loss. It looks like a pretty frustrating stock. Make sure you have a stop loss, please. Alrighty, it's doing what it's supposed to do, which is just holding the range. Right, it's super annoying. But again, going into a long weekend, just make sure you have a stop loss, please. Please, please, please. Is it done or just chilling for the moment? Jason, LIMN. It's not really doing amazing, is it? Right? But it's also not really broken down yet to a level where you would say it's done. I think if you break below 16 cents, then it might be done. Yeah, if it breaks below 16, then it might be done. But for now, let's see if we can hold the 16 cents. Alrighty? Yeah. Can you hold one? uh, You would think like these accounts are viruses accounts, but no. So yeah, your next resistance is at 65 cents here. 65 to 67 for SURG. Nice push though. Like really nice break above the 200 EMA retest and then pop. So partially got filled at 118. You had the order at 117, but it partially got filled at 118. Joey, it might just be the like if your broker has commissions, that's probably what you're seeing. Yeah, probably what you're seeing. Right, CWD guys, look at that little pop there, right? So like I said, CWD looks fine, right? It's just super annoying, and just protect yourself in case it doesn't want to go up, right? So, and here comes Ali again to sell it. Here comes one of the hot trades women again. I sold it. Larry, you play SOXL, TST, yeah. Especially with those drops there, not really helping you. Not really helping. And then SU this one, yeah, this one's still looking really nice. SURG here. I think it's like, you know what? Yeah. Do, 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 do. Uh, okay. Do, 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 do. Bullseye, yes. Yes. Unbelievable. Yeah. Yep. Exactly, Raven. Exactly. Exactly. Returning on the growth it had during the week. Yeah. It's a good thing you sold that thing, Lucas. Otherwise, you'd be going into the weekend with some tears. With some tears, Lucas. So I'm glad you got rid of that. No, 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 no. That's why SURG is pushing. Videos. I wouldn't sell at shares, so you quit the Monday. Sounds yeah, Alex. Yeah, yeah. There you go. CWD still in that range, guys. Yep, yep, yep. And LIMN is still holding 16 cents, so that's good. DSY really just sitting at the bottom here, so $4 support. Gem is still dropping, guys, so Gem looks pretty trash. Right, so this is why it's so important to cut your losses quick. You know, don't let them go all the way down there. If you cut your loss at if you got in at $4 and you cut your losses at 3.50 and you're down 50 cents, it hurts, right? But it's a hell of a lot better than $2, right? $3.50 is a hell of a lot better than $2. Without even knowing if it's going to come back up again. So you always want to make sure you keep those losses small. Yeah, of course, Max. What's your question for Wheeler though? Like, what's the question? You can't just spam ticker symbols in the chat and not ask a question, right? Saying, "Can you check a stock?" is not a question. Uh, Joey, I mean that's a safe thing to do. Yeah, yeah. When a stock is below $1, it's very risky. But we still play with them though. Right? You just need the discipline to say, hey, like if just stick to the technical analysis. Yeah, they definitely cooked SDOT. It was just a matter of time though. Like it had to happen, right? If you shorted that stock, you're smiling. So Raven should have shorted that thing. But also shorting a stock like that is asking for it. Because the next thing you know, it's at $500. Next thing you know, you're getting cooked. Yeah, it definitely needs a rocket. Needs something. What is that moving average I use, Rodney? I use a whole bunch. I use a whole bunch. Yeah, so on my charts, right? So the white one you see at the bottom here, that's the 200 EMA. So this white one at the bottom, that's the 200. The yellow one is the 50. Alrighty. The blue one you see right there, that's the 9 EMA. Those are the three main ones. In between there somewhere is the 20 EMA as well. The light red line you see there, that's the 20 EMA. So there are a few things in there. Uh, uh, fees are as likely. Strait of Hormuz fees likely. Craziness. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What's Surge doing here? I'm still right below resistance. Yep. How do you get the color cloud between the 9 EMA and the so that's a color cloud on the algo. It's between the 9 EMA and the kernel. It's a paid indicator. It's not free. Yeah. It's not free. Blitz, that would be the hope. That would be the hope. Never a guarantee though, but yeah. Let's go, Joey. Yeah, absolutely. Of course. Absolutely. uh, yeah, virus. Those, I hope you got into those zero DTE puts because those were perfect. Even that isn't free virus. Different kind of boom skis. Yeah. Yeah. Damn, CWD. So this thing's really just gonna chill here all day, like the other one. Just gonna chill at the bottom. Let's go. Well done. Just gonna chill at the bottom here, guys, like all day. Come on, then. Gem is just getting cooked, right? And cooked and cooked. Maybe a bounce up $2 here. CETX, same thing. Double top resistance, cooked. PPCB, cooked. LIMN, cooked. DSY, cooked. USDE, cooked. The only two names that are not cooked right now, Surge and CWD. And then CLRO is finally coming back up a little bit too. Right, but then this one just looks way suspicious to me. I don't like the way that it's running. It just looks sus. Just sus. Even though it looks like it's pushing up, I just don't trust the candles. The cheapest one, Mayor. Mike, the cheapest one. Everything is cooked, Jason. And the names that are not cooked, they all look suspicious. Right? CLRO is suspicious. Surge, coming up resistance. CWD, like the damn thing is just chilling there like it's, yeah. These long weekends, everybody's just going away. Especially Independence Day. Everybody's already drunk, and throwing fireworks in the neighborhood. Come on, guys. Especially the people that celebrated Canada Day yesterday. Already drunk from Canada Day, now they have to damn, Trey. Yeah. I think as soon as SDOT hit $100, you could tell like we all just walked away from that thing because that was really the target, $100. It's like meh, just look away. Yeah. Eventually, Ali, $200. Eventually. The harder you the sweeter the victory is yeah. Lawrence, put a stop loss, please. Put a stop loss. Please. Because I think that thing is getting cooked like everything else is. What is this trash, guys? What is this trash? All right. So the good thing here for this stock is it's been holding that base, and it looks like it's gonna hold it again. Right. It's back to 120s. So and 122. Right. Like the good thing is we just keep bouncing up the bottom here. Like look at that 123. Someone's sitting down there and just buying it. So yeah, like we keep bouncing up the damn level here, which is nice to see. And like look at that. There's a nice pop, isn't it? So yeah, just make sure you have a stop loss below that range though, because if it goes below that range, that's when everybody starts panicking. Took profits and bounce. Good job, day trade. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. uh, do, 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 do. And this one's still slowly creeping up here, CLRO. Slowly creeping up. Starting to feel like a little normal now, Vena. Well, you're partying too much. You're celebrating Canada Day like you're, like a true Canadian. Yeah. Lawrence, where did you have your stop loss? Where did you have your stop loss? Right. So yeah, when you have your stop loss above the support, guys, like there's a pretty good chance your stop loss hits, right? Yeah. There's a pretty good chance your stop loss hits, and I think that's the game they're playing right now. Yeah, but that's because the bottom is 116, right? Yeah, the bottom is 116. The first time we hit 116, guys, was right there. That was 116 right there. So then a lot of you guys are setting your stop losses at 116, 117. right? So why the hell are you setting a stop loss at 116 when you know the support is 116? Why? Right? Why? If you know the support is 116, why put your stop loss right at 116? Right? Why? Yeah. Why? If you're gonna do that anyways, if you find the bottom and you say, "Hey, we've already hit this level 2 times," right? Let me just go right. If you're gonna put it at 116, you can risk another penny. You can risk another penny and go to 115, right? Yeah, you did, Mbappe. Yeah, don't say Mbappe too much. The Messi fans are gonna start, coming out. They're gonna start coming out, and yeah. Your order got filled. Yeah, put a stop loss. Surge is going back up. I like Surge more than I like the this one. By the way, I don't like the stock for now, at least. Maybe on the next run up, it can the candles might look a little bit better, right? But yeah, Surge came back to retest the VWAP PM of 61 and then bounce. VWAP test. Yep, flip. And the markets erased all those gains, huh? Erased it all. Craziness. It's waiting for you. Fine, I'll put the rocket. Yeah, so look at that. Like we keep coming that back down to that bottom and then creeping back up. Oh, look at that. As soon as we said rocket, the thing said, "Oh baby, let's go up. Let's go up. Let's go up." That thing said the rocket is coming. It said, "Yeah." The thing said, "Yeah, let me go up." You know what? Let's bring the Starship rocket, Woo! This rocket can take off. Let's make it smaller, guys. We don't want to cause a T12 halt, We don't want to cause a T12 halt here. Look at that. The rocket said, "Yeah, baby. Look at this. Look at this. Damn." There we go. The rocket said yes. The shorts saw the rocket. They're like, "Oh my days, guys. You guys are bringing the rocket out? Okay. You guys are bringing the rocket? Okay, it's time to leave. Time to leave. 129. You guys are bringing the rocket? Oh my days, guys. Time to cover our short positions." But again, you guys see why, right? If you're going to put your stop loss, right? If you're going to put your damn stop loss at 116, when you know that it's been hitting 116 and bouncing, you're just asking for trouble. You're asking for it, right? You're just asking for it. So there goes $1.30. $1.31. Damn, the thing said you guys brought the rocket out. Oh my days, guys. The Starship rocket ready for takeoff. Yep. I mean, so like it's different though. Like if you're gonna set your stop loss at 116, you might as well put it at 115 if you know there's a double bottom at 116, right? But when the stock goes up to 131 and you move your stop loss up, that's a different story. If you're like, "Hey, I don't want to go red again, I want to, even if I make 5 cents, that's fine, blah blah." That's a different story, right? Like if you're moving your stop loss because you don't want to lose money, you want to make some gains, that's different. But if you're setting a stop loss, you got it at 118, 117, 120, and you're like, "You know what? I'm going to set it at 116." You might as well just go to 115, right? So, yeah. So these candles are really, really annoying. But anyways, we'll see what ends up happening here. Let's go. Let's go. Good job, Miss Tony. See, Miss Tony took $1.20, sold at $1.30, right? Like that's fine, right? That is completely okay. If you want to secure 10 cents, that's perfectly okay. Especially when the stock is being super stupid. Honestly, today 10 cents sounds nice. A $10 lesson, Lawrence? Yep. No, that's okay. As long as you know, yeah. You live and you learn, right? So I told you guys, another hot trades lady, to come out and sell the stock. Every time nice things are coming, a hot trades lady. Last time it was Ali selling up there. This time it's Miss Tony selling at $1.30 again. Palantir? Virus? What is it? Netflix? It's about damn time that thing stopped being gay. Look at this, guys. You see this? Andrea? There you go. Well done. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, look at this. Razer sold at $1.30 as well, guys. A lot of you guys are selling at $1.30. Do, 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 do. So yeah, we do need to break out above this stupid 130 range. I know, virus. I know. I know. I know. Wow. Craziness. Do, 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 do. Uh, yeah. Tesla is being cooked. Yeah. Tesla needs the Starship rocket. That's what they need. Mm, mm, mm. Damn, this stock is just really as annoying as the one from yesterday. Uh, Longer positions. Damn. Yeah, we can get a nice run virus. You're gonna be very happy. Yeah, you're gonna be very happy. Netflix just needs to drop some fire news. Honestly, like just something amazing. Let the stock gap up 20%. Right? Yeah. Just gap up 20% virus. Just I mean they've been so poor. They just need some surprise good news. Something really good. Yeah. And then I'm taking you to the Benz dealership myself. Taking you there myself. You know? Yeah. Don't worry. Take you there myself. So yeah, we're still kind of playing with this range here. Surge is having such a hard time with that supply zone up there, so not a whole lot happening. Um, like I said, these are really the two names that stand out to me for now. Everything else is just getting cooked, right? DSY, I said earlier, I like DSY. There's DSY on the right hand side. Yeah, this one came back. I stopped paying attention to it, but it came back really nicely. Really nice bounce. And there's room all the way to $5 there if it really wants to go. Yep. Yep. Virus. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. For the Lambo virus, forget about the Lambo. I'm picking out the Benz myself. What do you mean? You can go to the dealership by yourself. I'm taking you there for myself. Unbelievable. $82. We'll buy a burger with an extra fries. Honestly, Mohammed, that's all you need sometimes. If the stock is going to keep playing games like that, that's completely okay, right? You see, there's nothing wrong with selling at resistance. As much as we complain, right? We joke around with that stuff, but I will be the last person to complain that someone took profits at resistance. uh, I don't know. Either or, either or. Yeah, either or the Tesla. It's one of those three, virus. It's one of those three. One of those three. Yep. Yeah. I'll gladly drive any of those three. Uh, yeah. 121 sold near resistance. 127 stop loss. Was below 114. Or you sold the position. Yeah. Yeah. Like honestly, they're just going back and forth here. So there's nothing wrong with scalping it. And this is something that I tell people to use sometimes is, you can buy a stock, guys, and you can say, hey, I want to see $1.50, but you know the stock is clearly showing you that there's a lot of resistance in this 130 area. So sometimes you want to see $1.50, you want to see $2, but you take whatever you can get, right? So yeah. La, 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 la. No, I don't want that, virus. I'm taking you to the dealership myself. I don't want that. I don't want to be the president of anything. I just want to go on the highway and push the gas. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that feels just as good as being president, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Forget about that. La, 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 la. Yeah, that 16 is your support for now. So hopefully it stays above that level. Yeah, 16 cents. 16 pennies. Like I said, DSY has room all the way to $5, so maybe they push it all the way up there. But that's a nice comeback. It's a very nice comeback. And there is a nice pop, 490. So brutal this time? No. I'm telling you, Tiffany was here, that stock would be a zero. Tiff sold that position. Yep. Straight to the abyss. Straight to the abyss. So yeah, anyways, 490 high. CWD. Do we need to move the Starship rocket again? What's going on? What is going on? La, 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 la. 204 to 240. You played with the bounce for Gem? Yeah, like I said, yeah, Gem has some support at $2, so that's not bad. Good spot for NBIS. Let me take a look. NBIS. Damn, they're cooking this one today. They're cooking it. Yeah, this thing kind of like the 50 EMHU. You definitely could easily go all the way down to 200 though, virus. You could easily sell up to 200. Easily. Yeah. But yeah. So this is not a bad spot at all for yeah. It's not a bad spot, but you could easily drop to 200. So I don't know if you need to be adding any more positions, virus. the positions you're in, yeah. I don't know if you need to add any more, but yeah, off the 50 here though, we're closer to 200 there. I feel like I'd rather wait for 200 because these last two candles are showing a lot of red flags. Right? There's a lot of violence in these two red candles here, so yeah. So you might want to wait a second for a little bit of consolidation on a 4-hour time from a 30-minute chart or something like that, because these candles are showing violence. Yeah. Or simply just Ayo, Caitlin. Good morning. Haley, Jack, and Tinsley. Say hi. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, no, I would definitely give it a second here just to see if it consolidates, virus. Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, see, like it's still dropping. That thing is about to create brand new lows here, virus, and it just did, right? So there's still a lot of selling going on. Way too much selling. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Caitlin, what are you guys doing this morning? What are you guys doing? We know where Steve has gone to. What are you guys doing? What's Haley doing this morning? Haley, what are you doing? Are you eating cookies again? Okay, CLRO, little curls. Damn, this one can't seem to break that resistance. And then obviously we're playing games here again. Damn, and NBIS is about to break below 210. Damn, you can't really see the violence on the daily chart, but the violence is on the 1 minute chart. That thing is just bleeding down, bleeding. Sheesh, and it's there. It is 210, and it just broke below 210. Oof. Yeah. Oh, you're going to the beach? Is everybody going to the beach? That sounds fun. Sounds like a wonderful weekend. Yeah. Are you guys all going, or is Steve is Steve working on that house Haley likes? 73 $73 for June 300 calls. That's way too much. It's way too much. Way too much. Uh, Hugh, very nice. Yeah. Yep. Now it's looking super weak. I honestly think it's the fact that we're going into a long weekend, right? Look at what Caitlin's doing. Caitlin is driving to the beach, right? A lot of people are going somewhere for the long weekend. Raven is gone for the long weekend, even though he's in the chat, right? He's scalping, but like so, yeah. I think a lot of people are just gone for the long weekend. So there's really no follow through for these runs, right? If it wasn't a long weekend, CWD, oh my days, we would have cooked the stock, cooked it. You're on the beach right now, see? Like a lot of people are just relaxing. Just relaxing. Exactly, War Machine. Exactly. Nobody wants to hold stocks, on a 3-day weekend when Trump, yeah. So large caps are dropping, momentum stocks are dropping. CWD is still hopeful. Come on, CWD, give us something nice. Give us something nice. I know. Maybe the rocket. Maybe we need to put two rockets because one Starship rocket is not good enough. Yeah. LHAI on the current dip. Maybe a little bit closer to. Give it a second here. Just give it a second. See if it can start bouncing back above the 200 EMA. So you see that little white line there. See if it can start curling. If not, give it a second. Let it drop to 160 or something like that. Alrighty. So give it a second. Yeah. Yeah, Dan. Sheesh. uh, Ruthie, you're on the beach as well? My goodness. Is everybody on the beach, guys? La, 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 la. LGCL. Goodness. You're stuck in the office? Well, if you became a member, then I'd be spamming you all day to quit your job. But, you're slacking. I'm going to come to your office. Sunny, where are you? And there goes our CWD. CWD say, hey, if everybody's going to the beach, I want to go to the beach too. You're on a boat right now? You're on a boat? You know what, guys? I think we should leave the stream. We all need to go to the beach. Your office? Okay. Dan, it's so crazy. So crazy. And there's no news, really. No news. This virus said something about, oh, it's time to get put. Meh, 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 meh. And now look. Now look, virus. Oh, my days. Look at this, guys. Look at CWD. Sheesh. Look at that. Look at that scam drop there. Everything is just getting cooked. Everything. How the hell did we go from from that price all the way down there to all the way back up there? Tell me some scammy behaviors going on without telling me some scammy behaviors going on. Shish. You just want to buy more virus. I'm not gonna look. Leave the damn thing alone. Just stop looking at it. NBIS bounced a little bit back to 212.50. Yep. They said stop loss. No. Stay outside virus. Just go to the beach or something. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Even CWD is going to the beach now. This is such trash price action today from everything. Honestly, everything today is just trash. HLP, sure, that one's pushing up now, but that one's gonna be trash soon enough. Look at the size of the candles. Hmm. Everything's gonna be trash soon enough. If it breaks below $1 walk, yeah. Uh, oh wow, yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. That's very cool. That's actually very cool. Yeah, that was a pretty scammy drop there. I'm not sure what's going on there, but that was pretty scammy. It's very scammy. I think they know exactly what they're doing. I think they know exactly what they're doing there. Surge doing anything or other than just holding 60 here? Hmm. I know, right? Yeah, I would just let that thing sit there for a second if you're gonna get back in. Alrighty, so um hmm. Pretty suspicious day. It shows free month. I think so. I honestly I don't know what goes on with these memberships. I have no clue. I have no clue, honestly. I just work here. I've heard stories like this. So Google will give you a free month, but then if you use an Apple device, Apple will charge you $75. I'm like, where's the 75 coming from? Where's the extra money? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. But yeah. Use the platform that's giving you the nicer price. So just don't get the level that says sold out. Alrighty, just don't get that. So yeah, today's a silly day. Very silly. Very silly. You can see that line we had there at $1.10 for because of the previous bottom, the previous support for CWD. So I don't know. Let's see if they can consolidate and hold that spot. The difference now is we're below the 200 EMA, so not exactly the best. So your info. Never mind. Yeah, like I don't know. Sometimes they offer you like a 50% discount, like I don't know. I don't know what goes on there, but it's none of my business. Maybe. Yeah. I do know Apple, like if you sign up for membership with Apple devices though, they find a way to charge you more, even though it shouldn't be more. Yeah. L, I'll find you. I will find you. Yep. 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 So it looks like LHAI came all the way down to like 164, 165, and then a bit of a bounce. So, uh, IWM, funny guy. Sure, of course. What's your question though? Like, what are you looking for there? What are you looking for in IWM here? Yeah, because it's bleeding just like everything else, right? Bleeding just like everything else. What's your question? Telling you somehow, like, if you look at these daily candles, it almost looks like they want to slap the markets because we keep going up and then back down and then go up and then back down. Will it reverse? What's your position though? Is my question. Like, why do you need it to reverse? Are you looking for a long position? Is that why you're asking? Or are you already in a position and you're like, can it come back up, please? Right. So for now, this level at like 191, 296, 296.70. Um, if it can hold above 296, it looks very weak, right? Make no mistake. Like this looks weak. It looks like we're gonna keep bleeding here. But you're maybe testing a really small time frame. You're yes and both, so you're already in a position then, right? So right now you're looking for this double bottom, right? So you're at support right now, and this pivot goes all the way to the. So anyways, because if you look at the other time frame, you can see why. But anyways, so for now, as long as you can stay above like 196, 196, 296, I keep saying 196, 296.70. If you can stay above that, you have a chance, right? You have a shot. So if it breaks below that level, though, you're probably going to like 295.50. So keep that in mind. So those would be your levels to pay attention to then. Alrighty. Can I take a look at ASTS? You're in at $80. Sure. $80 is nice. I think close to 80 is nice. Yeah. Yeah. What am I looking at though? So you're in at $80. Are you just wondering? So I think you're fine. I think you're fine for now on ASTS. Right? I think you're fine. Um, I don't know if you have a stop loss or this is meant to be a scalp, right? But I think you're fine in that position. I would think it should be able to hold around $80 ish, right? If it can stay above $80, I think you're okay. So you just had a lot of resistance at $90. We talked about this the other day, right? So you definitely could have sold this position at $90. Look at this. We literally just talked about this the other day, and we put this little scribble right there, right? Look at this. You see that scribble, that line we put up there for ASTS is because there's a lot of resistance at $90. We talked about this. And then this morning, guess what? It went to $90 again and slapped. So you could have sold this position at $90 if you really wanted to, right? Because it's been failing here for quite some time now, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all $90, $90, $90. Every day it goes up to 90 and then back down. So you could have sold at $90, but you did not. So now let's hope it stays above 80. Alrighty, that's going to be your next level to watch for support. What do you think about Tesla at this level now? Um, the only reason I'm looking at this, Luna, what do I think of this? Again, no question, right? So, are you looking for some cash secured puts, or are you looking to go long, or are you looking for what are you looking for? Alrighty. So, Tesla definitely, again, really nice bounce from the bottom. Really, really nice. I think what they're doing right now is they're retesting the 200 EMA. I would say that if Tesla can find a way to close above 196, 196 to 196, yeah. So you're looking for, yeah. As long as you do those, like today's a good day to do that, right? So again, you see how that, that changes the way I answer the question. Like today's a good day to do that, Luna. Um, it's a good day to do that as long as you're doing those cash secured puts below 370. Alrighty, as long as you're doing those cash secured puts below 370. Ready? Below 370. So yeah, that's a pretty nasty red day, right? Pretty nasty red day. So those should be nice and nice and slap for you. Ah, yeah. 2 weeks out. Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, so you have some support at 370, and then you have 350 next for your next support. So yeah, not bad. And then there goes a CLRO. So that's it. That first curl, that first pop, I didn't like it, but the second curl is always better. And then resistance again close to $5. The markets are bleeding today, Sabrina. Bleeding. Like, are we just bleeding because it's a long weekend, or like what the hell is going on? Hmm. If you look at the SPY chart, though, someone asked me last week what I, if you look at SPY without even looking, like if you look at the SPY chart, guys, SPY is behaving like it was when we crashed last time, right? Like we keep going up. Honestly, SPY is not that red for the day. Like it's down 80 cents, right? So it's not that big of a deal, but it's bleeding from where it was, though, right? From 751 all the way back down, that is bleeding. So yeah, but if you look at this though, like so now look at this and then look at this. The last time we crashed, look at that. Do you see something similar there, right? Where we create a high, but then we keep coming back. It's like, okay, this week we came back to the top and immediately they slapped it. Oh, now this week we came back to the top, immediately they slapped it. But in that same time, we're simply just creating lower highs, right? It's like lower high, lower high, lower high, right? Like we're just constantly creating lower highs here, So, and then eventually it's like, oh, slap. Oh, Iran is shooting rockets. Oh, Israel is shooting rockets. But like this chart was already sending messages. Like somebody knew. It's like the yeah. So this level is going to be really important. We need some like really solid news to pump the markets up. Otherwise, we could see some blood. Yeah, you got it right the second time. Right. So yeah, the markets are not that red. We're back to green. But we're starting to show some red flags here, right? Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. We need to change that like soon, 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 soon. Otherwise, we're gonna get slapped. Yeah. So yeah, we need to get back to the it's back above 750 here. Yeah, back above 750. July is usually a good month though for the markets. I think. Let me take a look. July. I think June is usually the suspicious month. Yeah, look at that. You see that? Right? June is usually the suspicious month, which honestly we had a suspicious June. Isn't it funny how this stuff works, guys? Isn't it funny how it works? How like market cycles work? Look at June, guys. Are we surprised? Right? This cycle. So look at June in the middle of your screen. Look at June, right? We hit brand new all-time highs, and then we get slapped. And then in July, we potentially hit new all-time highs again, right? And then September, October is the next bloody month, right? September, October, next blood. But then now you look at this and you're like, oh, duh, right? Look at June, guys. Look at this. All of June. As soon as June started, look at that. As soon as June started, we came off the all-time high, slapped, and then we popped again, slapped, right? So isn't that interesting how this works? How like market cycle works? So honestly, you could just buy puts. All of those bad months, you could look for some puts and buy some puts. Interesting, huh? Right. So now the hope is that I still think this looks suspicious, right? Because we're starting to struggle a little bit. But if we stick to that cycle, then we get a rally, July, August, September, October, blood. October is when crypto turns around, when bottoms. Right? Bloody. Interesting. Yeah, so it looks like CWD is holding off 110 for now. Holding off Z110. See, that dip was just unnecessary. Like, it's just unnecessary. But I guess they really just wanted to come back down to the support, right? Anyways, what can we do? What can we do? CLRO with a nice run here now. So, like I said, this second run is way better than the first run. Way better, right? Way better. That first run was way too suspicious. Way too suspicious. And then your next resistance is 520 here. Yeah, so 520, and then the pre-market high was like 545. Yeah, Joshua. At this point, I think you've already been holding that thing. You just need to maybe hope that it stays above 50 cents. Yeah. Funny guy, I just looked at IWM. Like, are you just ready for the long weekend? I just looked at IWM for you, and then you're like, "How's it looking?" You want to know every 5 minutes how it's looking? All I know is that twist, plot and twist song from Drake's album is nice. So listen to it. Good job, T. You did? Let's go. Jason, have a great weekend as well. Well, it's turning around. Oh, I mean, we talked about that, right? Maybe we talked about, right? Is it me or does it looks like a reversal? Anyways, moving on. Moving on. I think today we'll probably hop off like at lunchtime. Dan's already had breakfast and lunch. Some people. Some people. You think so, Trey? Shebang? Yeah, I like that one too. Yeah, I like that. There's some very good songs on that album. So the market is closed tomorrow till Monday. Not open on Sunday. No, till Monday. Uh, Dad, you're 30 minutes away from lunch. Unbelievable. uh, some of us haven't even had breakfast yet. Dad's already on lunch, thinking about lunch. He's thinking about lunch. That's the equivalent of already eating it. Unbelievable. Uh, hmm, interesting. Yeah, some of the markets are like that. Some of these tech stocks are just bleeding today. Bleeding. The market closed early today. No, no. Mm, 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 mm. Unless I'm mistaken, I don't think so. Last time I checked, it wasn't closed early. You did achieve? Yeah. Yeah, honestly, today's been pretty rubbish. The only good thing here has been, maybe some small scalpies on these pops, right? But other than that, Virus. I remember those days. I remember those days. I remember those days. CWD again, just going back and forth. Just going back and forth here. And there goes $1.20 again, guys. CWD. Yup, yup. That thing's like, yup. Uh, where do I think it's gonna close? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I wish I knew. Wish I knew. I think what they're doing right now though is they're retesting that previous, the 200 and the VWAP. So if it can get back above it, then there's potential that it runs later. Alrighty, so the 110 is holding. You can see that demand zone on the line we had at the bottom there for your next level. Right, so now they're retesting $1.20. So if they can start holding $1.20, $1.22, then okay, it has potential for later. But that's really all you can do, right? You can look at that 110 to hold. You can look for a break above resistance. There's nothing else you can do though. Yeah. $6 for CLRO. Yeah, you have resistance at 520. So if you can break through 520, then you're looking for 545. And then if you can break above 550, 545, then okay, yeah, $6. But for now, you have two other levels to pay attention to. So tight stop losses. Yeah, USDE. Yeah. Honestly, that's the type of day we're having today. Like stocks are just going down and back up and just being annoying. Just being annoying. Uh walk she came down and locked the door. What? There goes 520, 523. A nice little pop there to resistance. Uh, I was outside of my for coffee. I'm barefoot. Have Steve Hills on the side with rocks beating on the door for 40 minutes. Was she napping, Kevin, or what? Yeah. Your grandma says, "Get out of here." Oh my days. Yeah. Uh, Scary drop only because such a perfect setup. Blitz, annoying setup. Hit my daily goal 7 to 10 cents at a time on CWD Razor. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. Right? And there goes $5.40, guys. So testing that 545 here for CLWO. CLRO. I keep messing up the names here. CLRO. Good job, Razor. Good job. Those little scalps, hashtag base hits, they add up. They add up quick. CWD is still sitting at $1.20. So doesn't look like it's dead, does it? Nope. For now at least. For now at least. So your next resistance, like I said, for CLRO guys, is $5.45. So if you can break above that, then very good. Alrighty. But again, this is a pre-market double top, so be careful. Pre-market double top. So it needs to break through that. Break, 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 break. Don't do anything Vince would do. Virus, have a wonderful long weekend. See you later in Discord. Alrighty, much love. See you later. Good job. Yeah, I think that's a good scalp. Good scalp. Again, if you look to the left hand side, this level in pre-market was the level that it crashed from. So you want to be careful in that range. Alrighty, you want to be careful there. Robert, the other person sell. Mr. C, did you sell? Did you take any profits yet on this one, or you're still holding it? Yeah. No, the markets are bouncing, funny guy. Yeah, IWM is bouncing. So, like I said, if it can hold that level, then you should be okay. UBXG is halted up. That was quick. That was quick. And so there goes your rejection, right? So is that really surprising? Not really. Not today. What's the level you see? I showed you the level. You're holding a little bit longer? Okay. Okay. Yep. And now it's dropping below $5, right? So 545 was nice. Hopefully it can curl back up for you though. Hopefully. 490. Two, 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 two. Um, hmm, interesting. Thoughts on current resistance, Hatch? Yeah, look at all these stocks. They just go to resistance and get slapped, right? Like all of them, just resistance, back down. So that's why we keep saying, hey, are you selling the position? Right? HLP to predictable resistance, sell. Right? CLRO to resistance, yep, sell. So this one you have support at 460. So let's see if it can curl again up that level. So that's not horrible, but yeah, just be careful. Surge to resistance, guys, sell. Right? Even CWD to them resistance and sell. Right? Like everything is just going to resistance and pack your bags. Okay, so your question was for LGCL. Where do I think the next resistance is at? Is your question, or the current resistance? Oh, it's right at the 200 EMA. So right here, 200 EMA, right? And you can see that it's been stalling there for the last, like 10 minutes. So $1.33 resistance on that thing. Yeah, so I'd be watching for that VWAP. So right between 460 and 450, if it can hold that level, then maybe. Alrighty. To reboot, you're taking a deep breath, Kevin. No, as long as you understand that, right? If you understand that, then I think there's really nothing else you can really do other than just you know be pissed, but understanding at the same time. You know. Yeah. Sometimes when you're in a position like that, you just have to remind yourself, like, okay, if ever in this position, if this was me, how would I like the other person to react? How would I like the other person to react? Who's Is it a Mac? Lord have mercy. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, CWD. Again. Anyways, we blame Miss Tony for this one. We blame Miss Tony for this one. That thing was about to go boomskis, and Miss Tony said, yup, give me my monies. Give me my monies. It's not a Mac. Probably a Microsoft computer. Microsoft. Mm. Mm. Okay. And there goes CLRO back to $5. So nice little curl. Look at your message in Discord. You're playing with fire, Luna. Playing with fire. Fire. Playing with fire. Yeah. Good thing you saw it quick though. Let me take a look at this position. Is that the TSX one? TSX 30, no volume. 8%. Two. Two. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Exactly. No, the reason it doesn't like that level or like close to that spot is because the VWAP is right there. It's because the VWAP is right there. That's why. The stupid VWAP. Yes. Yeah. Good. I like it. Good. Good. Teamwork makes monies. Teamwork makes monies. I hate how like now you just have a whole bunch of random names just showing up. There's one random stock yeah. Just one random stock after the other. Because these stocks are for some reason can't sustain a rally. But yeah, we'll probably hop off in like 30 minutes and go back to Discord and see if something shows up later today. If not, we'll just enjoy the long weekend. 299 for the VWAP. At least it bounced. And you just want to be careful because I'm not sure if we're gonna keep bouncing all day. Yeah. Yeah, I think the safest spot would have been closer to $1.10 here because that was your next support, Joey. Now it needs to get back above the stupid VWAP you see there, right? So that little red line that goes across like right there, you need to get back above it. Needs to get above. What time is my first one-on-one today? Let's see. When is my first one-on-one? Okay. Interesting. Any plans for the long weekend? What are you guys doing? Raven doesn't. Raven is already gone. He basically took a whole week off. Any long weekend plans? What beach am I going to? I don't have a beach beside me, so no, there won't be any. Yeah, no lounging on the beach for me. No lounging on the beach. By your pool? That sounds like a fun weekend. Yeah, that's good too. 2-year-old twins. Their first time, Sabrina. Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, fireworks are cool, for especially for kids for the first time. So that's very nice. Dan? Yes. Yes, yes. For your trip to Boston next Wednesday for a week, Kevin? Okay, sounds good. Yeah. California L. Sounds like a fun beach. Here in Korea, there are a few beaches and fireworks for the US. Okay, of the US bases. Oh, that's cool, Bentley. Korea. That's cool. Go put your feet in the sand. The mosquitoes outside. Vena. I kid you not. I kid you not. The mosquitoes all over the place. Right? So let me just search up mosquitoes, okay? So I'll search up the state that I live in or the province that I live in, right? And then I'll just type in mosquitoes, right? You're gonna see like, just look at this, guys. Just look at this. Right? Just look at like the headlines that, look at the very first thing. They'll like blame it on the rain. Blame it on the rain. Record downpour. Well, what? Mosquitoes. Like, look at this. If it's not snow, it's mosquitoes. Blame it on mosquitoes. Look at that. Now they're like the West Nile virus warning. The warning mosquito virus. Mosquitoes all over the place. So like, what the hell is this? If I'm gonna play soccer, I'm gonna need like long sleeves, like gloves, a mask. Yeah. Can you remind me of how last week, but you were sick? Okay, yeah, yeah. I'll show you. I'll show you. Canadian mosquitoes are really no joke. Yeah. A personal net, seriously. You need to wear like a net on your head, to play outside. I'm being forced to go camping this weekend. Oh my days. I would say no. Unless you're staying inside the tent the whole time, Achieve, I wouldn't go camping. Yeah. To repel the catnip. Yeah. Last time I just had to spray a whole bunch of bug spray on my head everywhere. And the mosquitoes were still bad. Run faster than the mosquitoes, yeah. Seriously. Anyways. Yeah, Andrea. Yeah. But, while you're out there, yeah, so stupid. I mean, the one good thing though is that now we don't have like forest fires, so you guys are not complaining. Oh, Canada is bringing you guys smoke, blah blah blah, stupid Canadian fires. At least you guys are not getting fires this year because there's so much rain. Really, it's bad, Lawrence. Yeah, maybe I'm just not gonna go outside today. Maybe I'm just not gonna go outside. Anyways, how do you upgrade your membership? So here are the steps, Andrea. Step by step. Okay, so right there, these are the steps. They're different on the phone and on the computer, right? So, but these are the steps. So you just want to go to the homepage of Hot Trades, right? Go to the homepage, go under the membership section, click on See Perks. Once you do, you're going to see the different membership levels, right? So you're going to see the Legend Pro, and then just click on Change Level. Alrighty. If you're on the phone, same kind of very similar, right? So just go to the Hot Trades, See Perks, Change Level, and then change the level. Yeah. Dan, no, these mosquitoes are no joke. I'm not even kidding. Not kidding. Not kidding. They're way too bad. I've never seen mosquitoes this bad. We didn't use bug repellents. Who asked you? You're only gonna help Dan. Who asked you? Huh? CLRO still looking good. 520 resistance. Yeah, it looks good. So 520 and then 545. You better not upgrade to sold out. I'm gonna find you, Andrea. We were tough back then. Mm-hmm. Sure. Sure. Yeah, that was yeah. There you go, Andrea. Yeah, so now you can watch those videos. So you can also just go, like you don't need to go back to Discord. Oh no. So you don't have to go back to Discord. You can simply just go to the video section on YouTube. Those videos will let you, like you can watch those videos on YouTube already. For those of you that say, you're trying to watch the classes and they say like you're not a Legend Pro member, even though you are, just click on the link instead itself. So it takes you to YouTube. Alrighty. Don't just click the play button. Click on the link if you're trying to watch a video in Discord, please. Yeah. There goes our CLRO, guys. At least this one's doing something, At least it's doing something. If yeah, but it looks like 520 is still resistance because the candle never closed above it. Yeah, isn't it funny though, Jules? Like, I'll bring this up again. Jules said this earlier. 110. Damn, Dan. Damn. 110. Sheesh. They're gonna cook you today. Cook you. Absolutely, Andrea. Absolutely. Yeah, so again, 545 is your next resistance here. Frank, I want to say no just because we're going into a 3-day weekend. But I also haven't looked at it, so I'll take a look. Right, LGCL, again, we talked about this resistance not that long ago. It looks like they rejected it. So, and then SDOT. Yeah, I think yeah, maybe like maybe you can give it a shot. You can give it a shot on SDOT only if we stay above 53. Like you can say, hey, I'm gonna give it a shot around this area, but I'm gonna put a stop loss right below 53. If we break below 53, it's not going anywhere, right? I mean, it already looks like it's not going anywhere, but for now, at least you have a bit of demand in this area, right? So you have a little bit of demand in this area. So you can look at this and say, hey, you know what? We've been holding this level for 30 minutes now. Maybe this is the bottom, right? But if it breaks below that level, though, you want to get the hell out of there. Yeah. Dan lives in Nashville. You know, he lives. Bird, maybe, maybe, but that's next week. You never know. Something else shows up and we move on. You never know, right? So back to the other stock, guys. CLRO. Again, like I said, at least this one's halted up now. This one's halted up now. So there you go. So at least something is doing something, At least something. Type yes in the chat if you're holding CLRO. Type yes in the chat if you're holding this one. Montreal, yeah. How do you like Montreal? Did you turn off the soda levels? I did not. Why? Because no one's signing up for them? I did not. Why? Is it not working? It'd be nice if YouTube actually. Sabrina, yeah, good job. See, now you're gonna enjoy the weekend with some monies. Tom, good job. Yeah, good job, guys. Good job. Yeah, good job. I like it. Yeah, no, at least this one's had some volatility, so that's good. Bentley, I have a rule. Once you go green, you don't go red. All right, you can always come back and look for a better entry. That's just my rule, though. Right? Once I go green, I don't want to go red. I'd rather close the position and buy back at the same price, but I don't want to be going from green to red. So yeah, so the answer is always yes when it crashes. Nugget, it's called the Bull Bay Algo. Bull Bay Algo, but it's not free and it's an invite only script, so you won't be able to find it. So you have to buy it. 513, Donald, good job. Stop loss at 560, well done. Congratulations. Congratulations. You sold at 574. Nice quality, very nice. Yeah. You sold right before the halt. Right before the halt. Good job, Ahmad. Well done. Looks like SDOT is bouncing. Look at that, right? So again, that's really like your only hope here for this thing is you can see that it's been holding this level for like 30 minutes. So you could always take a shot. You can say, hey, you know what? Like if it's gonna be holding this bottom, you know what? Maybe I take a shot. But if it breaks below though, you have to get rid of it. Right? You have to get rid of it. So back to $59. CWD, yeah, same thing, right? It's like now that we broke below the VWAP, the VWAP is just acting as resistance. So there's not a whole lot going on here. If this thing runs later, it's gonna piss a whole bunch of people. It's gonna piss everybody off. Piss everybody off. The market's still bleeding. Yeah. SPY is still red. Still red. No. So let's say you get in a position, right? Let's say you buy a position at whatever the price is, and it goes up. So whether that's 10 cents, 20 cents, the stop loss doesn't necessarily need to be break even, right? But it's somewhere in the green, and then you have to decide whether you want to, it's 1 penny in the green, it's 5 pennies in the green. That's up to you. Yeah. What's your position, Mr. C? What's your position in Wendy's? Let me know. I'll take a look. What's your position though? Redness. Okay. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. I personally hate going from green to red. I think that was one of my worst things to do. Yeah, there goes the on hold, guys, for this thing. 585. $5.85. Well, 5.89 at the highs. So it unhalted and still gave you time to move your stop loss or take profits, right? And it still looks strong here. So 592 at the top. It's got to break out. It has to break out. Peter. Yeah, Peter's just upgrading his membership. Yeah, so if you're upgrading your membership, guys, again, I'd recommend you spend the weekend watching some of those classes, please. I know that's probably why you guys are doing it, right? So, yeah, upgrade your membership for a month, right? And then go back down if you need. Go to the video section on YouTube, right? So right there, Hot Trade's homepage, videos, right? Watch some of these classes, right? I think the last two classes were Legend Pro classes. Yeah, the last two classes were Legend Pro classes, I think. Yeah, I think. Yeah. So yeah, again, you know, like isn't it interesting though that like what Jules said earlier, right? You know, why are we doing a class on losing money when last week was such a good week, right? People are making gains, blah blah blah. Why are we doing it? Because this is so important, right? To me, like if you figure out this, everything else comes after this, right? That's why we have so many classes on this. The power of stop losses, how to limit losses and maximize gains, right? So, yeah, so that was good, So again, go back and watch that class. You have to be a Legend Pro. The week before that, we did a class on building a trading strategy, right? So building a strategy and then back testing it. Like that was a 2 hour long class. That was a long, long class, right? Building a strategy and then back testing it. Like it's one thing to say, oh, I'm just gonna buy the golden pocket. I'm gonna buy the 200 EMA. I'm gonna do this, but you need to know like, okay, how do I go back and back test that? Like, how do I know that this strategy is successful? Right? That's how you succeed. You don't just show up in the market and you're like, what do I buy today? Oh, okay, I just buy it and I go boom ski. Oh, right. So the other things involved, right? You know, like, and then the week before that, we did a class on trading without PDT, right? With all the recent volatility, right? And then the week before that, right, we did a class on best entry strategy, like when to buy momentum stocks. Right? I want to know when to buy these stocks. How do I know it? Like, how do I know? This class was very good, by the way. So if you haven't watched this class yet, right? So we do this, right? We do very specific topics, and then every so often we're like, okay. You know what? You guys probably have questions, so let's just do a random Q&A, right? And then we just do a Q&A. Everybody just ask the questions. You have a question, ask, right? And then before that, we did a class on the algo, right? The golden pocket, setting alerts, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, right? And then the week before that, it's like, hey, like sometimes your brain doesn't quite work when it comes to trading, so you need to rewire your brain, right? Like how do you think properly? This class was good, very good class as well. Like the psychology is really important. It's not just about taking trades, it's about how you think. And most of the time, like you screw yourself up, not because you're doing anything wrong, but just because of the way you're thinking. Right? So again, like there's so many psychology classes because it's important, right? Yeah, this one doesn't, like, time flies, doesn't it? I'm just scrolling down here, just looking at these classes, right? The trading blueprint, shift from casino to CEO, right? Yeah, you want to make sure, like, trading is you don't want to make it seem like it's a casino, right? You want to run it like a business, right? So very important class. Cool, cool. Anyway, CLRO is looking really nice still. I think you have a bit of a block here at $6 though. Yeah. Yes, yes. That's the goal, Luna. That's the goal. Right. So you want to learn, not just show up on the stream and say, okay, what are we buying today? Right? What are we buying today? Yeah, so a lot of those classes we looked at are Legend Pro classes. We won't have a class unless. I don't think we're gonna have a class this Saturday. I don't like doing classes on long weekends. I feel like people just enjoy a long weekend. At least take a break, enjoy your long weekend. Yeah. So I don't like doing classes on long weekends unless we really wanted to do a class, but probably not. So we'll do a class the following week. That is an excellent video. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. Some really good classes. So yeah, watch those classes if you missed them. Upgrade, if to the Legend Pro level if you need to. You're not gonna regret it. Anyways, SDOT is still holding here, guys, at the bottom, and CWD is doing the same thing. I feel like they're just chasing the rocket now. I'm gonna move the rocket up. This stock is really just like just going sideways today. You can still make 10 cents on it though. 5, 10 cents over and over. Yeah. All right, weekend. Yep, exactly, Frank. Exactly. Exactly. Sheng, did you get back in SDOT? Did you get back in? And the markets are still looking pretty weak, so going lower, lower and lower. But yeah, the markets are pretty sus today. Pretty sus. So $6 resistance here for CLRO, and then a retest of that 545 previous breakout in the desert. That sounds fun. Yeah, that sounds fun. Watch 545 retest achieve. Yeah, you're waiting for a good entry. Yeah, that bottom was an okay entry, wasn't it? Right, close to 55, 53 to 55. Yeah, that's a range that it's been bouncing at. Yeah, CWD is paying me $200 an hour. See, there you go. Like some people are just scalping this thing, guys. Like some of these slow stocks are pretty nice, right? Like as annoying as this stock is, some people are sitting there and just printing money on this thing. It's like, oh, you're gonna hold the base again? Okay, give me 5 cents, give me 10 cents, right? $50 here, 60 here, 70 there. Okay, back down. Okay, another $50. So yeah, these stocks are annoying to some people, but to others, yep, annoying, but all day, exactly. Exactly. As long as you just keep, scalping it. $20, yeah, 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents. But yeah, in order for that thing to really get moving, though, in order for that thing to really get moving, it needs to get back above like $1.22, the VWAP, and then $1.30. So um, yeah. and then there goes CLRO with the bounce off the 545. So you can see what they're doing, right? They're just retesting that previous support level and then bouncing it back up. So at least this one's behaved like a proper chart today, honestly. Initially not so much, but yeah, it's done a lot better. So this was that resistance, breakout, retest, now new resistance up here. So they just came back to retest that previous level. Okay, there goes a push again to $6. There it goes, $6. $6, brand new highs of the day. Again, $6 is still resistance though, right? Are they hiring? I mean, they might as well be hiring the way that, Yeah, type yes in the chat if you're still holding a CLRO, right? Type yes in the chat if you're still holding this thing. And again, $6 is still your resistance, so that's a double top there. You are hired. Shang, did you get in on this one? Okay. Yeah. So we're back to 590, right? So again, that $6 wall is where a lot of people are taking profits. Nice, Tom. Nurse, good job. Good job. So there goes 588 again, 590, 597. So again, $6 is the main problem here for this thing for now. Achieve, did you get back in on this one? I know you were asking. Did you get in? Here we go again. 595, 96, 97, and back down. It looks like it wants to break that level, doesn't it? 599, 615, boom skis. 513. So see if that candle can actually hold it though. That'll be the real question. Can it hold above? Can it hold above? Good job though. Good job, Shank. Good job. Good job. Yeah, see where that candle ends up closing at. You saw that 620? Nice. I mean, below 620 probably because it never hit 620. $609. Here we go. 613. Here we go. Here's the 620 push. 620. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, it's like again, like it's just a beautiful scalp stock as long as you're taking quick scalpies. And it doesn't seem like it wants to go, but it still looks fine. Like this is one of those names we're gonna come back at the end of the day and it's gonna be flying. We're going to be like, see, we knew it. We knew the damn thing would go. But of course, they just had to take all day. Because why not? Why not just take all day, you know? Anyways, $6.37 at the highs for CLRO here. So congratulations if you're still in this one. Make sure you pay yourself on the way up. Move stop losses, blah, blah, blah. Right? But a really nice run on this thing, though. Really nice run. This thing came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere with no news. You're sold? You're done? Nice. Good job. Actually, these guys, they had news. So they had news 4 hours ago. And there it goes, guys. There it goes. Sheesh. Damn. Yeah, they had news. Yeah. So $6.70, guys. Sheesh. 108%. Yeah. We're heading into the abyss of the supply zones now. So you know this thing is gonna get slapped at some point here. Right? We're gonna retest at some point here, but congratulations. Yeah. Congrats if you got into this one. Make sure you stay green. You took profits, nurse. Good job. Congrats. Congratulations. $6.60. Mm, 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 mm. Uh, Is it too late to get in? Yes. Yes, yes. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. But now at least, right? You want to see a bit of a retest or something like that before you jump in, right? The answer is never yes because like it's not going to keep going higher. The answer is yes because when you buy at a high level like this, right? One wrong move and you're the first person to panic, right? But if someone's already in a position, then easy, easy. Good job, T. Good job. 580. Good job. 660. Nice. Nice scalp. Good job, Winterfell. Yeah. Well done. She said no. Red card for you? Why? What did I do? Oh, because of the supply zone for Chief wanting to buy. I agree. Give him a red card. Give him a red card. No, 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 no. Here we go again. 670. I promise I'm not saying 670. I Oh, did it show up on the screen? Does it show up? See, I wonder how that works. Rob. I don't see anything. Yeah. You know this. Yeah. I wonder how that works though. Try it again, Rob. Try it again. Try it again. Let me see. Yeah. Does anybody see anything? You know how like when you're streaming on Twitch, um, you have those oh, I see it. I see it. It's like a sent a gift. It says sent a gift. But what does that mean though? Yeah, it says that you sent a red card, but what does that really do? See, they need to make it pop up on the screen or something. That would be a lot more fun, you know? Yeah, like it doesn't show up on the actual stream. They need to make it show up on the stream. Come on, guys. All this technology and you still can't do that? Come on. Yeah. Silly, isn't it? Seven? Seven. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes, Kristen. Yeah. 580. Donation or something? Yeah, I wonder how that shows up though. I like, yeah, because it doesn't actually show up as a donation or anything. Maybe donating to the funds where Google can say, oh, for free month. Yeah, it doesn't show up as a donation. You got your hands on SDOT? Okay. Now you just need to make sure it stays above 150 stays above $53 there, the low of the day. Right. CWD guys is pretty annoying. Pretty annoying. SPY is still getting cooked here. So SPY has just been slowly bleeding. Slowly bleeding. And then there goes the supply zone stall and slap. So that's 680. So yeah, a little bit of stalling, supply zone, and then dip skis. CWD isn't really behaving like a stock that's done, but damn, that's pretty annoying, isn't it? That's some pretty stupid price action on this stupid stock. Come on. But yeah, that one's been good too, Steve. I had it on the other screen here. It's been pretty good. 70? I like that. I like that. Choo, choo, choo. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can do that on prop shop. Interesting. Yeah, cook rib. Yeah, no, that's good. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Mm-hmm. 26, and then let's go. Yeah, Raven. Yeah, hashtag trended. That would be a nice bonus. That would be a really nice bonus. Yeah, I want to see that too. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. What level are you on now, Raven? What level are you on? Last one? Oh my days! Come on, Raven. Come on, you're damn close. See, like even if that took you that long, right, and you get that bonus, and now you have the account and you can make free monies, it's worth it. More than worth it. More than worth it. So yeah, just takes discipline, discipline, patience. The platform frustrating at first, right, because they're figuring it out, right? So yeah, I like it. B triple U. Okay, B triple U, and then CWD is still just giving little 2 cent scalpies. 2 cent scalpies. Same thoughts, Shang. You know what the thoughts are, right? Like I said, your entry price or your play price is between 55 and 53. You want to make sure it stays above 53, right? Nothing's changed. It's done this 3 times now. So you're hoping that it can stay above the bottom and curl back up. Nothing new. Nothing new. And no more diamond handing. Good. I like that. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I like it. Friday. Do, 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 do. There goes a CLRO with a slap. Do, 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 do. Mm. Hmm. Okay. And then double slap. Um, no, when we say discipline, Chris, we're referring to Raven trading on prop shop, just completely different. Yeah. Do, 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 do. Isn't that crazy, Dan? From the way we started the day to being down 2%, that's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah, not yours exactly. That's why, like, that's why we were pushing that Raven. That's why we were excited for that. Yeah. Free monies. Yeah, I think so. I think the buyers left for the weekend. I know, even on some of these momentum stocks too. Okay. SLS's future. I don't think I can really tell from doing technical analysis, Mr. C. So I think you have to then do fundamental research on the company, right? You can't really tell by looking at the chart what the company's future looks like, right? You have to dig into the company. So you have to go through their the website and look at the finances and look at what what they're trying to do for the future and then decide. Today, yeah. No, not really. I think for now it's simply just watching CLRO to see if it consolidates here somewhere. CWD to see if we break above the VWAP. Honestly, that's about it, right? That's about it. Right? Those two names for now are really the only two that I'm paying attention to. Um, yeah. Right? Why RD doesn't look bad though? So this one almost seems like the money is maybe rotating from one of those other names to this one. It doesn't look horrible. Um, but it's obviously not that crazy either. So job, yeah. Yeah, today is rubbish. Today is definitely rubbish. Very slow. Very slow. So what can you do though? Some days again, it's a long weekend, guys. It's a long weekend. It's Independence Day. It's a pretty big holiday. People like to travel, and yeah, like it's a big holiday. So yeah, what do So to be expected. To be expected. Yesterday we were dealing with stocks that were up 200%, 300%, 500%. Like yesterday, it felt like everybody made their money yesterday and then said, okay, today we're gonna take the day off. Right? Today is way slower. Everybody made their monies and said, see ya later. Uh, see ya. Maybe on a retest, Steve, between like $1.30 and $1.25 there, if it can retest that area, and look, it looks like it's curling. Yeah, maybe. Tim, just like yesterday, just like pretty stupid, just like yesterday though, just like yesterday. Do, 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 do. Just like yesterday. Yeah, so we'll give it another 10 minutes, guys, and then we'll hop off already. So 10 more minutes and then we'll call it a day. So anyway, CLRO is still holding that 50 EMA, which is nice to see. The 50 EMA. Yeah, Winterfell. Yeah, exactly. For red days, SOXS. Yeah, absolutely. Do, 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 do. Unbelievable. 615. Okay, there we go. Mm, 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 mm. Nice little bounce. Yeah, you can see like sometimes when you watch these moving averages, guys, again, it's not about buying the first candle that's testing the 50, but the fact that it's holding the 50 over and over and over and over again, it's usually a good thing, right? So that's why we have these lines on the chart. Like we don't just have these moving averages for decoration, right? So sometimes they act as like a really nice scalpy spot. Yeah. Wait, Dan's done for the day. Dan, who said you could leave? Where are you going? Have a safe fourth as well, Dan. Enjoy the holiday. See you next week. Much love. Bye for now. Yeah. Just got in at $3.52 on the dip, Bodhi. I'll take a look. Damn, Spy's getting cooked there. Cooked. Markets are kind of getting cooked. Okay, USDE. You got in at $3, and so you just got into that position. Now, I don't think that's a bad entry, right? It's bounced at this level. See, my only concern for this thing is that it's clearly trending down, right? Clearly, every time you get a bounce, it's like a lower high, lower high. So, but I also don't mind it because it's bounced at this level. This is the fourth time now that it's doing that. So you're just hoping that some volume can come in and it can push, push, push. Alrighty. So if you can stay above 345, you should be okay. Do Canadians celebrate the fourth? No, we celebrate the first. Why? Because we were first. Yeah. The Canadian holiday was yesterday. So the Canadian stock market was closed yesterday. But yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Bodhi, yeah, not a bad entry at all, right? I don't mind that. Nice little curl. It's trying. It just needs a bit more volume. Yeah. So let's see if it gets it. Have a great weekend as well, Bodhi. So at least you're up a few cents, up a few pennies. Some cookies for the fourth. You were the first to want to be like the US. Rubbish. Rubbish. And then guess what, guys? Guess what? CLRO, look at that beauty. Look at this beautiful thing, guys. Look at that. You see it? Yep, it's halted up. But it's halted at 6. Somebody else say the last number. Yeah. So that was a nice dip. A really nice dip. And then pop. Interesting number to halt at. I know, right? Very interesting number to halt at. But it's halted. You got in at 6. There you go. Why would they do that? Why? They couldn't pick a different number to halt it at? Like, come on. You could halt at any other number. You pick that number. Only if you say it, Jerry. Only if you say it. Don't say it. Don't say the number. Shush. Anyways, let's see what happens when they unhalted. Locke, have a wonderful weekend as well. That's God telling me to not buy it. Yep. Yep, not at that price at least, right? But you could see the consolidation at the bottom, right? Of the 50 EMA, the little curlies, and then boom skis. Boom skis. Yeah. That number is no good. Seriously. Of all the numbers they could pick. They picked that number. You went to the washroom and you missed the re-entry? Yeah. Yes, yes. So like I said, for me for now, like, it's CLRO and then CWD as the standouts going into the rest of the day. Let's hope these names can keep doing some nice things. I know, right, Jones? I need to work on selling too soon. Like you sold the position and then it popped. Jan, at least you were in the right position though. At least you got in the position. At least you got in the position and you made some monies, right? So that's always a good thing. So positive vibes, positive vibes, positive vibes. That stock is so annoying. Yeah, Palantir is holding up really well today. Even though the markets are bleeding, it's holding up well. Holding up well. 5 minute hold, yeah. For now. For now. Uh, okay. Come on, Winterfell, make it on halt. Exactly. As long as you're green. As long as you're green, that's a good start. And then you're gonna start picking up things that make you stay a little bit longer. Uh, you can simply just add 5 minutes to the halt time. So the exact time that it halted, Steve, add 5 minutes, and if it doesn't on halt, add another 5 minutes. So there goes the on halt for this one, right? So there it is. There it is. Can we get back above that six whatever number? Can we get above it? Or are they just gonna keep it below the supply zone? Because again, supply zone, red zone, right? Lots of selling. Let's see. It still looks like it wants to push up though. Still looks like it wants to push. Here we go. 655. But again, that supply zone I think is going to be a bit of an issue. Here goes 660. 662. Again, still in the red zone here. 670. There it is. 680 almost. Some fat green candles. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's too slow. That's the problem on CWD. Way too slow. Way too slow. So again, this is essentially a double top test here for this thing, right? So the bottom was nice, the retest was nice. Now you're playing with the double top, so be careful up there, please. Alrighty. Instantly to a $1.12. Yeah. So just watch that $1.10 for your support. Interesting. Yep, it does. Volume really matters. Lawrence and Eddie making that same mistake. Yeah, it's going back up anyways. You're like you almost have break even. So they're just playing stupid games now. Playing stupid games. 650 again. What's this one doing? Slow? Yeah, super slow. At least it's testing the highs though. YRD. YRD. Yeah, I think it's just that double top. Bodhi. Will gold fall or rise? It should fall a little bit more. Yeah, Reno. Yeah, I think it's gonna dip a bit more. A little bit more. Anyways, let me know if you have any last questions, guys, and then we will hop off and go back to Discord. Alrighty. So again, don't forget to smash a like if you haven't already. Please and thank you. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot. Come join us. See if we can cook into the afternoon already. So we'll continue in Discord. We're going to be in Stock General. So again, if you want to join us in Discord, click this link at the bottom of the chat. Sign up for the Legend or the Legend Pro level. And then you get the link to join us in Discord. If you sign up after the stream, just go to the community section on YouTube. The Discord invite is going to be there, or just send me an email, hotradesx@gmail. Alrighty. So yeah, cool. Oh, I know that the command is only set for YouTube. It's not on Twitch, so that's the problem. Yeah, Raven, have a wonderful weekend. Don't blow off your hands. You need those for trading next week. Exactly. Thank you, Andrea. Have fun watching classes this weekend. You're gonna learn a lot, so I like that. Yeah, USDE. USDE is looking pretty weak still. You see that little downtrend line we drew there, Chris? It's still on a downtrend. You do have more support around 320. So 320 is your next support. But again, the problem with this stock is it's looking for a base, but it's still trending down. So it needs to break out of the downtrend. So wait till the downtrend breaks, Chris. Have a wonderful weekend, Tim. Alrighty, enjoy the long weekend. Frankie, thank you very much. Have a great long weekend. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful long weekend. Mehdi, thank you very much. You too. Alrighty. Have a wonderful long weekend. Yeah. Achieve, yeah, whenever you're ready. No rush. No rush at all. Yeah, the volume is pretty dead on this thing, so it's gonna need a miracle here. But then again, so yeah, those are the two names that I'm going to be paying attention to for now. Again, obviously CLRO, right? If it can break out, that'd be nice. Happy 4th as well, OT. Later, Teta. Alrighty. Yeah, Revolution. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the long weekend, everybody. Don't show up tomorrow and say, "Oh, but is the market open?" No, the markets are closed tomorrow. But let's cook today, though. Let's make some monies today, and then we can. Ahmad, yeah, have a great long weekend as well. See you on Monday. Trey, good luck to you as well. Happy holiday to you. See you in Discord. Thank you, Corny. Much love. Yeah, be safe, everybody. Be safe. Graphics, enjoy the pool. Enjoy the pool. Okay, sounds good. Revolution. So, Andy, thank you very much. Have a great long weekend. Have a wonderful long weekend, everybody. Much love, Luna. You too enjoy. Alrighty. Again, smash a like before you go if you haven't already, please and thank you. And bye for now, guys. Bye bye.